What is up? Osiris here, stuck in the middle. My dad used to always say, be aware, watch out, look at people, be aware of your surroundings, and figure out and understand when you are wanted. And actually work to make yourself wanted and needed, whether it's a roommate situation or you're visiting somebody or you're at work. I'm always thinking about that. I want to contribute in a way that people want to work with me. But also be aware when people don't want you, when people don't want you around. Maybe you went over to somebody's place for dinner and they got to go somewhere or they don't feel like having company and they don't really tell you. Just read the room. And Democrats right now don't get me wrong, this is tied into the establishment, Republicans and Democrats. But the arm of this purge is through Democrats. And boy, they are out here, they're taking people out. It's not even funny. So I'm actually on other platforms. I'm on Minds, I'm on Odyssey, I'm on Rumble now, I'm on BitChute. So I'm going to put a link to all of those in this description. I put a video about Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's Instagram live. That was it a week ago? Man, there's so much news every day. It feels like it was a month ago, but her Instagram live was just last week. I put that up on Odyssey and those other platforms. YouTube, love YouTube. I appreciate the opportunity. I always say to take a camera, a Canon M50 in my basement with a green screen and a mic and post it for people to see. That's just amazing. That's America. Only in America, really, could you do stuff like that. But their politics don't align with my apolitical stance. So serious, mature conversations, I'm going to be purging those off of YouTube, and I might just archive them or I'll upload them on those alternative tech platforms. But I do have a story for YouTube. And this came out a while ago and it's been on my mind and I've got to let it out. Let's talk about Subway and food. When it comes to food, food is love and trust. And my wife does most of the cooking because I'm not a great cook. But that's a measure of love when you're in the kitchen prepping, cutting things up, making sure your seafood's cooked through, the chicken, timing when you put stuff in the oven and you bring it out for your family. That's love. When you go to a restaurant, you trust that they're doing that same type of thing in the back. Subway. This was a disturbing headline. Let me read it to you. Subway's tuna is not tuna, but a mixture of various concoctions, a lawsuit alleges. Now I need to stop right there. I do not like the word concoction in the same sentence of something that I'm going to eat. So whether it's a Subway tuna or a sloppy Joe from somebody's house, if I say, what's in that sloppy Joe? It's got to be ground turkey or ground beef and then the sauce mixture. Like that's it. Or beans. And there shouldn't be, oh, you know what? What's the protein in there? It's ground beef and concoction of other what? It's tuna. Concoction. This complaint alleges the ingredient billed as tuna for the chain's sandwiches and wraps contains absolutely no tuna. We have to stop again. So someone filed a lawsuit and they said that the tuna is not tuna. And my first thought is it's probably 80% tuna and then 20% filler or whatever else. And so it's mostly tuna, but they're kind of stretching it out, is what I thought the allegation would be. They are saying zero, none, no tuna at all. So now I'm reading the article. Now, keep in mind, the Subway tuna is my favorite tuna out of all those cheap sandwich spots. I don't have a really nice, I used to live in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and they have some great spots there. But I don't have a tuna spot here other than like Subway or Jimmy John's, Jersey Mike's. And to me, Subway's was the best. White bread, get some pickles. It's for real. I have concerns now. This is just an allegation. Subway refutes it. Keep that in mind. And it's not my allegation. Naturally, my first question is, what the hell is it? So I read on. It's made from anything but tuna. What does that mean? It's made from anything but tuna. This is based on independent lab tests, the allegations say, of multiple samples taken from Subway locations in California. The tuna is a mixture of various concoctions that do not constitute tuna, yet have been blended together by defendants to imitate the appearance of tuna. They must be imitating the taste also, because it tastes like tuna to me. So I'm like, okay, you went to a lab, you got it tested. I believe there's ways that they might be able to kind of back into what the food is, but the lawyer for the plaintiff says they declined to say exactly what ingredients the lab test revealed. Now you're playing with my emotions. You said it's zero tuna, and it's made to imitate tuna. It tastes like tuna. And you're going to tell me, you know what? I'm not going to tell you what's in it right now. What? I'm going to need y'all to stop playing games. Somebody needs to tell me what the allegation is. What is it? Is it an alien substance? Like, what could it be that you can't tell us when it's 0% tuna, according to this? So they give us a hint. I quote, "We found the ingredients were not tuna and not fish." So they're not going to tell us what it is, but they are going to give us a hint and say, well, it's not fish. Because I'm like, well, maybe it's sardines. I don't know. Maybe it's anchovies mixed with, I don't know. Maybe it's something like that. Nope, not fish. I need to know what it is. Can you imagine going to somebody's house and they've got a nice looking tuna salad whipped up, and you're like, man, I'm going to turn that into a sandwich. And you're eating it and you're like, what is this? And they don't tell you. They're like, well, I'm not going to tell you. I'm like, okay, you probably just play with me. You just play it. I'm going to tell you this, though. It's not tuna. Then you're going to pause for a second. Like, what is this? Some vegan stuff? Like, what are you talking about here? Then they're going to say it's not fish. Okay, then like, okay, it's funny. Game's over. What is it for real? I'm not telling you. Woo! Y'all need to stop playing with me, man. It's just too much news out here. I can't even trust Subway tuna sandwiches anymore. Like, I can't watch the news, mainstream news, and I can't even eat a 6-inch tuna without wondering what the hell it is now. A representative of Subway said the claims were without merit. So they said their tuna is wild caught, and they say it is. They also said it's from somebody who is prone to lawsuits. So they're just really litigious, and they're always out here suing. Here's my takeaway. What is making someone so passionate about Subway 6-inch tuna sandwich that they're buying the sandwich from multiple locations and paying to go to an independent lab to get it tested? We need to open up our economy. We need to go out. We need to meet people. We need to mingle. We need to say hi to our neighbors. And it doesn't matter if they have a flag running, a political flag or whatever. It doesn't matter the politics or whatever. We need to start meeting people, talking again. Something is wrong if people are taking Subway tuna sandwiches, taking it to get lab tested to find out what it is. Just enjoy it. And I'm getting hungry myself. I'm going to go out here and get a 6-inch right now, because until I find out what it is, I'm going to still trust it. Take care.